Caryn destroy Matt. Roloff farms on the brink of bankruptcy. What's real and what's rumor? Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Trigger warning. This piece examines public reporting, social media accusations, and tabloid speculation about Matt Roloff, Caryn Chandler, and the future of Roloff Farms. Where accusations exist only on social platforms or in tabloids, I mark them as rumor or allegation and separate them from confirmed reporting. For nearly 2 decades, the Roloff name has been synonymous with pumpkin patches, small-statured reality TV heartland drama, and a family farm that became a brand. Fans watched the Roloffs' wins and wounds play out on screen, but the last few years have seen the family's private disputes spill into public view in new and sometimes frantic ways. The end of Little People, Big World, a long-running sales saga over the farm, the end of Matt Roloff's engagement to Caryn Chandler, and an online wildfire of claims that range from "the farm is being sold" to "Caryn bankrupted Matt." Which of those claims are supported by reliable reporting, and which are rumor fuel for clicks? This long-form feature sorts verified facts from allegations, walks through the visible financial clues around Roloff Farms, and offers plausible scenarios for how public disputes, family divides, and real estate friction could combine to create the kind of financial stress tabloids call bankruptcy. Where claims are unproven, they are treated as rumor, and readers should treat them as such. Verified reporting and primary sources are cited throughout. Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler have split. Multiple mainstream outlets reported that Matt announced the end of his engagement to Caryn in an Instagram post in July 2025. Coverage from People, E! and Entertainment Weekly, among others, confirms the breakup and describes it as amicable. For sale for several years, and the asking price has been reduced. Reporting shows that Matt has listed the farm, or portions of it, since 2022 and reduced the asking price over time. Recent coverage referenced an asking price in the neighborhood of $2.9 million after earlier listings at higher amounts. That ongoing listing and repricing have been widely reported. Short-term rentals and problems with renters have been publicly discussed. Matt himself spoke on camera in past seasons about issues with short-term rental guests at the farm, including behavior that made him uncomfortable, and those interviews were reported by outlets such as People. That is public record. Those 3 points form the factual spine on which everything else is built. They are not, by themselves, evidence of a bankruptcy filing, criminal fraud, or malicious financial sabotage by any individual. But they are the observable pieces of context tabloids and social feeds used to spin more dramatic narratives. The explosive headlines "Caryn destroy Matt" or "Caryn bankrupts Matt," "Roloff Farms collapses," are not coming from court records or business filings. Instead, they arrive through a noisy combination of tabloid articles and opinion videos that amplify frictional facts: a breakup, a pricey custom house, a property for sale, into a single villain and victim story. The U.S. Sun and a wave of YouTube channels have been especially active pushing those narratives. Social posts and conspiracy threads on Facebook and Reddit where fans stitch together social media snippets into broad accusations. These platforms are fertile ground for rumor propagation because a user-created claim that feels right can be shared widely without verification. Monetized YouTube channels that quickly produce sensational headlines and thumbnails to drive views. Several videos and channels repack the same unverified claims: sold the farm, stole money, filed bankruptcy, as fact without citing legal documents. Important: tabloids and viral videos can expose real relationships and business tensions, but they are not substitutes for public records. A split engagement plus a pricey custom house plus a property on the market does not equal bankruptcy, not unless a bankruptcy petition appears in court filings. I found no credible bankruptcy filing or court judgment reported by reputable news outlets in the public record at the time of writing. If you need a legal record search for a specific U.S. district or state court, that's something to run through official PACER or state court portals. Even when there is no bankruptcy filing, there are observable signals that tabloids and worried fans read as distress indicators. Here's a sober look at those signals and how strong they actually are. A long time on market and repeated price reductions. Real estate that languishes for years. even after price cuts, can indicate either unrealistic seller expectations or underlying encumbrances that make transactions difficult. Roloff Farms, or the portion listed publicly, was first marketed years ago and has seen price adjustments. Outlets note multiple relistings and a substantially reduced asking price compared with earlier listings. That pattern is consistent with a seller motivated to move an asset, but it is not proof of insolvency. Many family farms or unique properties sit on the market for years because their buyer pool is small. Interpretation: concerning, but common for bespoke rural properties, not conclusive evidence of financial collapse. Published reports claim Matt invested significantly, figures cited in tabloids vary, into a custom home for Caryn on the farm. One tabloid figure that has circulated is $1.4 million for a custom home. Tabloid reporting about renovation or construction expenses can be accurate or inflated, but if true, a large capital outlay could place cash flow pressure on any private seller who expects to recoup that investment quickly. Interpretation: high renovation spending increases the stakes, but is common in family property dynamics. Alone, it does not equal bankruptcy. Public comments about troublesome renters, including hints that inappropriate filming occurred on the property, can reduce rental demand and complicate an owner's ability to monetize the land while it's on the market. That source of lost revenue could accelerate financial pressure if the farm had previously relied on steady seasonal income. Matt has publicly discussed rental problems in past media interviews. Interpretation: plausible contributor to stress in the farm's business model, but not ironclad proof of insolvency. A highly public family dispute and fractured buyer pool. Selling a property that's both a brand and family heirloom is more complicated when heirs and ex-wives are publicly at odds. Several members of the Roloff family have publicly disagreed about the farm's fate and ownership. Tension between Matt and his adult children has been covered. Family litigation or a fractious internal sale negotiation could prevent a clean transaction, lengthening the market time and increasing carrying costs. Interpretation: a real practical problem for transactions again. It makes sales slow and expensive, but does not mean bankruptcy unless debts outstrip liquidity. Put together, these four signals can make a property look perilously close to collapse to an audience that wants a dramatic story. But any one signal, or even these combined, falls well short of the legal standard of bankruptcy without public filings or creditor judgments. A responsible media reader should be aware of recurring "Give me a U"